Hi there guys, this is Farmer Bob. Welcome back to my channel and another video obviously on map creation. One of my favorite things to do obviously is even map creation rather than playing the game. To be honest, I don't have much time playing the game this last few years, I think. So yeah, very little gaming but a lot of other stuff, you know. Good stuff, man, guys. So this is our third episode on the map enlargement or map converting or map expanding series. So we're taking a 2x map and we are making it a 4x map. So a 2-kilometer map becomes a 4-kilometer map. Now, yes, so if this is your first time on my channel, warm welcome to you. Just want to say thank you for watching and thank you for jumping onto my tiny little channel, and hopefully what we discuss here and what we do will help you a bit. If you like my stuff, do like. If you do have interest in map making, that is awesome, man, and I'll really appreciate that. So yeah, do consider subscribing as well. It does help my channel grow. Good, man, guys. So we ended off last episode by finishing off the terrain and getting everything together with a problem. And to be honest, I can't figure out why this. I've redone all for the animal weights and still can't get that animal weight on the outside to be black as the rest. So I don't understand why it's doing that. It's a glitch, something in either the map or something is not working, although I don't have any errors. And I have tested it. As you can see, I've gone in game and painted some animal mud in there, and it is working. It's just it seems like this outside area of this particular slice of the animal mud is inverted. So instead of white, it's black if it's selected. And in other words, where it's black, it is selected. So where it's white, it's not selected on the outside. And on the inside, it's just the other way around, the way it should be. Because everything should be black, which means it's not selected. And where it's white, it means it is selected. And now on the outside, for some reason, it's inverted. I've redone it to test, and I can't get it to work. But it is working, so I'm just going to leave it alone. It doesn't cause any errors, so I'm happy with that. If we go into the map, just to have a quick browse, I'll show you. I've painted that whole area with animal mud, and it is working fine. There's no apparent issues, and I don't have any errors in my console. Nothing funny going on, so I'm just going to let it be. There you can see I've painted that dot with animal mud. I can actually zoom in a bit. You can see it's animal mud, and yeah, weird. Very, very, very weird, guys. So animal mud, let's just select this, whatever this is. I think Control Z, Control R, is it? It is definitely animal mud there. Don't know what is supposed to be on here, but yeah, I'm just going to leave it as is. I've now painted animal mud on it, and yeah, it's I can't paint anything else on it. If I put dirt, you see dirt is a different texture. There's not a no texture, and that is what is this probably going to be. That's single layer textures. And by the way, guys, so I had a good, interesting comment on this series, and the guy was asking, why don't I just paint all four with the one? Because they all look the same. If you go into the data folder, the 4 channels, I can say the 4 slides look the same. Why don't I just paint one into all 4 and then save them? Now you can't do that, because all 4 of these animal mud weights represents one weight, and each one of them is at 90 degrees offset of each other. So if you take now from the original animal mud 1 and paint it on all 4, it will still work, but your other 3 is going to be out of sync. So I don't know if there will be a problem later on in the game or whatever. I just know that each one of these are at 90 degree angle from the other one. So it starts at 0, 90, 180 and 270 and then back to 0. You see that all four makes one animal mud. So that's why we've got four of each of these weights. I have no idea why they do it. There's probably some technical reason for it, but that's just how they've set it up. In FS17, for interest's sake, we had only one weight for each. As you know, one weight for animal mud, one weight for concrete or whatever, and that was how it was set up in FS17. And then from FS19, they started with these multi-angled, what do you call it, weight files. It's the same as the no, I'm talking trash. It's not the same as anything. Anyway, so I'm going to just leave that. I'm going to overpaint that anyway with grass or whatever later on in the series. So we're not going to be bothered with that. Good. All right, guys. So where we're going to go from here next is we're going to take the rest of the stuff that makes up the terrain and sort that out. Now, the very first thing we want to do is I wonder if we should do the XML. So I'm just going to not save now. So not the XML, the other GRLEs. So we've got the indoors, which is the snow mask. The levels, all the 5 levels that there are, is from the field ground, and then we have the tip calls. All right. So let's first do the tip calls. So in order to do that, the collision maps, actually what's going to happen, we're going to have to first finish the whole map, because I don't want to overdo it twice, because this is something you'll do when you finish the whole map, is you'll do the tip collision, the ground collision, all of that, and also your snow mask. So there's no reason for us to do it now. So let's just skip that for later on when we've done the map, all the terrain stuff. So I think for now then, let us just continue with the terrain and finish off the terrain. So what I want to do now is have a look at the area where Frickley is sort of located on Google Maps, just to get a rough idea, obviously, of the area. Let me just go out here. And if I remember correctly, I think here on this side is north on the map, if I remember correctly, here where the town is. Yeah, so what we have here now is we've got the terrain like a discrepancy at the edges. So what we need to do now is build out this terrain, or continue this sort of terrain out to the outside, So what we will do is grab the highest point of this to give you an idea. Is somewhere around here, and I'm not going to be bothered to sort of be precise with this, So we're going to take the highest point, which is roughly around about here, and we're going to take this, and we need to put our right mouse button at replace. So we want to replace and add the terrain height from say this layer height here. We can see that in our attributes if we go to terrain. Sorry, not there. Why am I clicking there now? The height will be here by replace. Sorry. Okay, so I'm going to just click here, Control R, and it's not that I have to be like 100% perfect, And here it's 110. Okay, so 110 I think will be probably the highest point, and we want to set this the opacity, the hardness, and the value. Opacity. All right, the hardness and the value you put 111, so the maximum that it can go. Replace limit none, add what, and we're going to just sort of right click and add here for us a mountain. What I need to do now obviously is just zoom out a little bit and come down. Alt is the way you turn. If you hold your Alt button and you move your mouse, you can actually turn the map in around. If you look down, if you look up, it will rotate like that, so that is quite handy to do that. And if you hold shift and middle mouse button, That doesn't do anything. Middle mouse button. It's Alt and middle mouse button. Yeah, you can pan with the Alt and middle mouse. And then Alt and left mouse is just the angle that you view. All right, so that is while you've got the tool selected. So once you're in the tool, you can use the Alt button to manipulate your view, which is quite handy because you don't have to go out of the tool and come back into the tool. It saves a little bit of time once you get used to all the controls, you know. So I'm going to make my thing a little bit bigger. What is it? It's at 3. So let's make it 20 just to see what it's looking like. 20. Enter. Now that's a bit better. It's actually a bit too big. Make it 10. Yeah, that's all right. Okay, so right click is build the terrain. So I'm just going to go up, right up north. I'm going to try my best to stay straight and come down. Sort of keep this hill the same size, you know. Right down there. To the edge of the map. Okay, so that is there. Just give us a height, sort of a perimeter height, you know, to work with. Now, John did ask me this river that I've put in here up to the train bridge, or the train, yeah, where the road goes over. There's a bridge there for the train and for the road. No, sorry, not a train. There's no train on this map. What am I talking? There's a road going somewhere here. I think it's there. Up to there, they've piped this now in real life. So we're going to follow that and do that. I'm wondering now, we actually need to work somewhat with an idea of what the terrain looks like. So it's going to mean that we need to go to Google Maps and find Frickley in Doncaster, UK. So maps, let's go there. And then we're going to go Frickley, Doncaster, UK. Okay, so that is what Frickley looks like. And this is the Frickley estate and the whole map. And there is actually a train. Sorry, man. There is a train line on this map, but there's no road on this map. That is what it is. So I did put a train line in, if I remember correctly, but there's just no road on the map. That's it. All right. And then we've got Clayton here. So what you'll notice now, if I can just span this a little bit. Oh, the internet's coming. Where's Clayton gone to now? There. Just want to zoom in a little bit. This little river thing here is the one that we've got on the map. And here's a little bit of the town that I've added in. My town that I've put in is fictional, guys. So I didn't go about putting every building in place. And the map border is like somewhere here, you know. So it's just cutting this town off a little bit. And then the map goes around. So we need to get a little bit of a slice of this. So I'm going to go into my layers and get into terrain, and then hopefully we'll have a good view of the terrain, you know. Why is it not? Where's satellite? I want satellite. That's what I want. Good. Just want to get a sort of an idea of the layout. Now I know we've gone there, so I want to sort of copy a type of a 4-kilometer thing here. So I wonder, where is our tools nowadays? The timeline. This thing is like, I haven't worked with this like for maybe a year or two. The last time I've played around in maps, there should be a ruler here somewhere or something, and I can't see it here. Edit the map. Yeah, it's all stuff that they've got in here. That's just layers. More. What's more? Nope. Oh my word. Did they take away all our tools? There should have been tools here. Quick facts. We don't want any facts. Reason say. I can't see it, guys. I'll be honest. What's this here? No, that's just my Google stuff. Here. Measure. Here it is, man. Map tools. Right in front of my eyes. Right, so measure. Measure is going to help us a lot. So Clayton is there. So I want to just get an idea of 2-3 kilometers. So if Clayton is there, if I sort of copy paste, just want to get a 4 kilometer line, you know, to get an idea how big 4 kilometers is. You see, that's the farm down there, a farmhouse and a farm, Clayton there. Sorry, this is the cow farm, and this is the actual Frickley farm where John worked. So yeah, need to move that 4 kilometer. I think that should sort of be all right. So which side do we want to sort of take the 4 kilometer to? You know. So if I leave that there. Here's another place, Houghton Hagnall Hall. It's another place. All right, so if I now take my screenshot like this, but I want to just, is there a compass here where I can sort of angle this thing correctly? No, it is staying at 90 degrees, so that is fairly handy. Fairly handy, so I want to zoom in a little bit more. I think like that should be alright. Maybe one click out, yeah. Good, so if I take a screenshot now, print screen, and go into any one of these will do, into our screenshots, grab our screenshot here, and then, now it opens it in GIMP. I don't want to use GIMP. It's too much of a fetish to go there. I'm so used to Paint.net for cropping and pasting. Let us just go there. I'm just going to rough copy, what do you call it, mask this area like that. Good. And now, if we can, sure, the quality is not very good. I wonder if it's just because I haven't zoomed in properly. Yeah, it is not the quality. All right. Maybe it might be a can't believe that the quality is that bad. It's actually better on this screenshot. So let's just grab a screenshot here. I just want to get some more detail so we can see, you know, what we're doing on the map. So I'm not, unfortunately now the map is already now been done. So I can't reverse the process, unfortunately. I can only work with what I've got. I've done that again. You see, I'm finished with the weight file stuff, so let me now fix my open with, because otherwise it's going to keep on opening stuff by default with GIMP, and that is quite annoying. So here we go. Grab our little tool. I'm going to go like that, and then crop to selection. Good. Yeah, that looks much better. All right. So I've got 4 kilometers roughly there. That should be all right. So what I'm going to do now is try and crop this thing exactly on a 4 kilometer scale. So maybe from, if you click and hold shift, it will give you a square. So now I can sort of roughly gauge where 4 kilometers is going to be. It's going to extend the map a fair amount, you know. So I want to rather not go that way. So I'm going to go as close as I can get here. That's what I was saying, guys, is that I've already sort of I've already sort of done this on the Frickley side. So I need to try and get Frickley now in a square here and sort of get a little bit more data across, you know. So maybe I should now, but I can't, because then it's going to scale my picture down on the 4 kilometer map. Unless the plane, I don't know if the plane can be bigger than the map. Can it? Can a plane be bigger than the map? I think it can. It's something that we'll need to try. Because what I can do now is copy that, Control C, like that. I've copied it. Now I'm going to file, paste into a new layer, or new image rather. There you go. You see? And let's just go File, Save As, into our map folder. Frickley in there, and I'm going to go into maybe the data folder. That's probably the best place, and let's just call it Frickley 4 game, like that. Save. It's a PNG, that's alright. Okay, and 32-bit is good. I'm going to leave these open, so if we need to come and fiddle around a bit, that should be alright. So, what am I doing now? I'm still in my edit mode for the terrain. Oh my word! Be careful with that, guys. It's a serious tool. Okay, so actually that wasn't north. It's actually, I think it was west, if I remember correctly now, where Clayton was. Zoom out a little bit bigger than the map. Now what we're going to do is create a plane, primitive plane in there. And once you have the plane, we can go here to the albedo map. I'm just going to grab a sip of cold drink. I hope you have something nice to drink there while you're watching. Great, so plane, and then we go into data folder. Find that Frickley photo. If it will probably be here somewhere. There you go. And just open that into the plane. Oh, sorry. Cancel that. What we first want to do with the plane is set the size. So our map is 4 kilometers. That's the 2048 inside. So what we want to do is this plane's scale X and Z, we want to do it the same as the map. So it's 4,000. Okay, like that, and Z will also be 4,000. Alright, so interestingly enough, my map is bigger than 4 kilometer. That is strange. I can't say that I've seen that before. So let us do 4,200 and see what that looks like. That is very strange. Why would it be 4,200? Anyway, I'm not going to argue with it. It is what it is. Something is a foot. How big is that? Our stuff is 4 kilometers. They're all 4096. So I'm not going to be bothered with it. It's just weird. I haven't seen that before. But anyway, so now we've set that plane to 4,200. Alright, so now what we can do now is, now we set that picture in it like that. Actually 4,200 is a bit too big if I now look at it. This is very weird, guys. I think it's just because the plane is underneath the ground. That is the problem. So I'm just going to put it just under the ground. So it is a bit bigger. So let's go 4,100. Then everything is actually looking fairly good. So it is actually onto size. So it is the resolution of our weights and stuff is 4096. So it's not 100 but 4096 if you want to set it correctly to the size, you know. If you this will be the way to do your terrain, you know. Good. If you want to use the photo as your terrain. Okay, now that we've got the plane sorted, we can now put the albedo map at long last. Just select it, and we can find it. Did I miss it? There it is. Okay, open. And it's going to ask you, you convert it. You don't have to convert it because it's just a photo. You don't want it to go to DDS because we're not going to leave it there. We're just going to use it as is, you know. So all we're going to do now is pull this up just above ground, which will be probably 101. Let me just go 101 and see. Yeah, that's fine. All right. And now we have got a nifty picture. If you zoom out far enough, 101 is too much because it's actually going into our map. Okay, so 101 is too much, guys. Let's go 99 and see. Yeah, 99 is too little again. So 100. Wow. Okay, 100. 99.8. See, it comes into the river. It's just not up yet. Okay, 99.9. Oh my word. So 100 is a mess. Oh my gosh. Okay, 100.1. Okay, I'm going to leave it like that. Just for now, guys, so we can just have a rough idea of where the roads is and all the stuff, you know. So here you can see roughly my map isn't too bad according to scale and according to everything. I have that height there. You see, there's the river going, or whatever that was. Very interesting. And I've got the train rail going through. I actually did a fairly good job of cropping. My word, can it be? Yeah, it is. Look, there's the thing for the train, and it's sort of aligning up with that line. Sure, it was a very good crop, guys, to be honest. I don't know how it ended up that good, but it is really a perfect crop. So yeah, that was just a good thing. Now here is a road. This road is a bit out of alignment. You can see the road comes in and it goes that way. So you can here see there's a tiny bit of a problem on this side, but the idea here is just to have an idea of the environment that I need to build out to get the 4x map. Yeah, it's going to be quite interesting. And I have done some fictional stuff, obviously, here and there on the map, like this stuff I had to build for the town, you know. I think, if I can't remember correctly what was in this corner, but I know we had on this side. Yes, I can't remember even what that was. Was this the gas station? I'm not confused now. Here in the center, I'm just going to try and get my bearings now from where we are. Half of the map is gone. I think the easiest will be to find the farm. If I can find the farm. Farm has now disappeared. Out of view. Alright, okay, I think I've got my bearings. There's the farm. This is the farm here. Cow farm. This is the garage and PGA and all that. So all this kind of stuff, it's fictional stuff that I've added to the map to make it work, you know, like the PGA and the garage and that. So there is some stuff there that isn't there in real life, you know, because it wasn't meant to be a real life map, the 2x map, you know, because now we have to now expand the map out to get all this other stuff in. Great. Okay, so we were busy with adding this height here to Clayton. This is town of Clayton. So we're going to take, you can also see this road here coming through here is also a bit out of alignment. So that's just the stuff I'm going to have to deal with expanding the map, you know. So yeah, we're not going to be bothered too much with it. All right, so in my mind, I've got this river thing that comes up here, up there, and then obviously the town. It seems like they've sort of, the river is sort of going out through town, maybe, or starting in town or whatever. But as John said, they've piped it now from here to there, so there's no more river. So we're going to take this river out in this edition of the map, and then also just sort it out. All right, so this is all farmland and more sort of more bit of town. So I'm going to just make it easy on myself and just add a lot of extra farmland all around the map. I'm not going to build more towns. I mean, look at that. Who wants to build that into a map? I'm not going to be, because it's land area that is consumed by buildings and stuff that you can't really do much with, in game. So for having it as a sort of a nice to look at thing, it's nice, but it's thousands of hours of work to build a town like that, or a city. That's more like a city. So I'm going to just add more field and carry on with that. So I think the best to do is to just carry on with the terrain. Okay, so we're going to put ourselves out some terrain feelers like this one here, gives us terrain height, and then at the end of the day we'll just smooth the whole lot into to blend into this border, as long as we got all these terrain heights and follow the hilly things, as it is, then it's fine. Good. Okay, so guys, it does look all right to me. So if you would want to make a map like this, now you can see how you would go about doing that. So you trace yourself the roads first. That's what I normally do in my map making course. I've showed that nicely. So you'll zoom up to an area maybe where you can see clearly, and then I will take a little bit of asphalt and just draw a line where the roads are. So I'll trace the roads onto my map, and then I know, okay, there's a road there, and I'll trace the edges of fields with a different color, for instance, maybe plant some wheat or not really wheat, put in this case I used animal mud, to do the edges, and then I know, okay, animal mud represents the very edge of a field, and I'll just paint the field in, so that's how you would use a photo from above to actually build your map, so you'll take the borders of stuff like that's a field, and I'll take my my terrain and I'll put in on the terrain, instead of, if it was a field I'll use animal mud, but if it's like, say, a complex or a farmyard, I'll use gravel or that, and I'll trace gravel and just paint it lightly, so I know what is on the map. So that is basically your process that you will follow if you would want to use this type of way of doing it, So for now, we're just going to drop the photo below the map, and we know now it's 101.1 to actually view the map, just to sort of have it there. So for now, all I'm going to do is, because John asked me to close this river, I won't use that height there. So what we'll do is, here at the end, we're going to take the height here of the river bed, Control R, and just prop it up so it will be smooth there. And this is going to follow suit for the whole river, So we'll carry on down, take the edge of the river, Control R, and just smooth it in, So lastly, the last thing we will want to do is obviously fix the textures and that there. But for now, we know that that's going to be on ground level. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is come here to the side, grab us a height there, maybe, Control R, and that will be 107. So you can see how it is going lower and lower and lower, So 107. You can actually, what you can do is go maybe a bit bigger than this, like that. I don't want to make myself too much work here in the map itself, so I'm going to go there, Control R. So that's 110 still, 110, 109. So that will be 109, and I will just bring this out to 109. It's going to be very tedious, guys, to do it this way, but that's the way it is. We are now expanding the map. It's much more work doing this than to actually build the new map, you know. So Control R. So that was 10.25. Is that higher? 107. Sorry, I missed that. So all I do now is bring these slopes in like that. But you follow what I want to do, and you can't move too fast, because then you have this stuff happen which you don't want, you know. Control R. That's 105. You can see it's going slowly going downhill. Slowly going downhill to up to obviously where we are getting the end of the valley. Now you can use your imagination here and obviously do the rest of your map. And suddenly it's gone down to 101. So I was wondering if I can use the sloping tool. I know Giants has built this sloping tool in FS20 in Editor 9. They've added the sloping tool, and here you can now see your height slowly coming up from the bottom up to the height of the map here, you know. Now they have this sloping tool, which I've used it once in the Nevada map creation series, or the conversion series. When I converted Nevada, I created a valley there with it. It's actually a lot of work using that tool, you know. I find this fairly easy, and to do it this way, just bring it there, and then what I'll do is I'll level in between here. Take the in between the two, I will just take an average, you know, of the two. So if this one is 110, that one is 19, you know. So like for instance, if I go here, Control R here, that was 10992, and this one is 109.8, 10992. So 10992, so 9, so I would say 92 maybe will be the center of that, and then I can just drag this down here in the middle, you know, just to create a sort of a. And what we'll do is you don't have to be precise with this, guys. Doesn't have to be 100% precise, or you can just click in the middle of that. Obviously, slowly but surely build it up, so you don't even have to worry about what you call it, the averages. So you can just come and build this up here. Now I know there was this slope tool that I was talking about, so let's play around with that slope tool a bit. I haven't really, like I said, I've done that once a while back. That's probably a year or two back. I've done the Nevada series, the conversion. So where is that texture layer painting? Slope limit, slope limit end, so that is 90. So if we make, I'm just going to try this out, slope limit end. So at 90 we will change to 110. Let's just make this 110 and see. Sorry, not there, here. That's the top of it. And slope limit start was, if I remember correctly, if we now check here, Control R, I just want to see if I Control R there, it puts 90 in there. If I put Control R there, goes there. So it's from 90 to 109. So I'm not too sure how this thing works again. Let me just try. And I remember you want to use square for this thing. Where is my round here? It needs to go square. So slope terrain mesh paint mode. So it's not mesh, yeah, it is mesh painting. Okay, start end, texture layer painting. Now that's not the slope. Here it is, slope end. Okay, I'll have to go and figure out how this thing works. I can't remember. I did play around with it, and yeah, it was semi-easy to use, but I think because I'm a novice or a noob in this regard, I'm just sticking to what I know best, work with this this process here. So I'm going to carry on with this off screen and just sort of lay out this terrain. And what you'll do now is, once you've got this sort of filled in the slope down to there, for instance, you will come and just smooth it with the smooth tool, which is just your middle button here in my case, just smooth it out so the terrain is nice and smooth, and then you will obviously do the texturing. That is the artist part, this is building part, and then you get the artist part where you have to come paint. Good, man. Well, guys, I'll do the rest off screen and I'll catch you later on. Cheers. Right, guys, so what I've done now so far is I've started there and I've worked my way down to 0, and now I'm going uphill up to this, where I've now reached the end of the map. If you look there, I'm in the corner here. So what I'm going to do now, just fictional terrain on this side. I'm not going to be bothered because I don't have real height data, but what I'm going to do is I'm slowly moving down and want to sort of make another sort of a valley down here. So all I'm doing is, if you look at my level here, it's 107. And by the way, this center of this thing has got like a red little stick that's standing up, if you can see it there in the square. I've swapped over to the square because I want to work on the edge here. When you're just building your map, you'll normally use a round one, but I'm obviously don't want to go into my map. Then I've got a lot of editing on the map side to do, or smoothing. So, and if you smooth here and you've got trees and stuff there, it's going to hang in the air and cause other problems, and buildings and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, I'll just keep that in mind. So if I put that little center of it there in the corner, Control R to get the height data, you'll see it's 108.459 is the height of this corner. So what I've done now is I've sloped it down now in layers to 106.992. That's almost about 107. So that line that I've drawn there is 106.99, and now I'm going to go 105, and I'm just going to layer it down, 105. So I'll draw another, sorry, that's not the right one. Control Z to undo. It's the right mouse button. So I'll just layer them down. So each of these lines has got a different height. So what's going to happen now is, when I use my smooth tool, I'm going to set my smooth to maximum as well, leave it like this. And when you smooth the whole area, it will take those layers and combine them all and smooth them into one slope going down. That's the whole idea. So that was 105. Just want to see how far I have to go if I zoom out a little bit. Ooh, it's a lot of space. My word, it's so far. Ooh, okay. All right, so there you go. So I'm going to just continue now, going this down, down, down up to 0 again. And I can even go lower than 0, because going lower than 0, the only thing that you have to keep in mind is if you should have water layers and that type of stuff. But in our case, we're building the map, so there's no water planes or whatever. So we don't have to worry about going below ground level, which is obviously the 0 mark, or in this case, the 100 mark was 0. So yeah, just keep that in mind. Just share you those few tips. Well, guys, I'm going to continue working on this this end here, and I've basically done this whole section from that half to sort of onto this corner, working out my heights and everything, and then flowing back down to where I'm meeting up with the map height there. So I'm going to continue working and smoothing this, and then I'll show you on our start of our next episode what it looks like after I've smoothed it out and finished it off. You won't know the difference, you know. But for now, I think it's enough for one video. So definitely catch you on the next video. So we will start our next video on where we ended off here, just showing you the result of the smoothing and everything. But I'll maybe start the video with a bit of smoothing. But I mean, the smoothing is just a matter of running up and down with your smoothing tool, making all the rough stuff nice and smooth, so that there's no like edges or whatever. But there's still a lot of filling in. I've just made myself some height markers here, as you can see, height rows. So now I need to go in and do the spaces in between until we've got the whole hill working downhill this way, you know. And then this is like the top, and then down up to the river there, and then up again up there to the top here of the sort of a slope. It's not really a hill, it's just a sort of a slope. Anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching. I hope this video has been insightful and helpful. A lot of guys has been asking for this, the continuation of the series, and sorry for the gap, but Mars 2 had to come in between of this series, and I had to finish that off and get that in. So yeah, that is now sorted. So now I can carry on with this series in the background. But thank you so much, guys. A huge thank you also for my supporters on Patreon. If you're not one of my Patreons, please do jump on there. Do consider supporting my work. It does help me, helps the channel, and yeah, help me to put out more content. So I appreciate that very much, guys. Have a wonderful, awesome day. Great to see you, and have a fantastic week. Take care, man. Catch you on the next one. Cheers.